Hello, right, so as we are in lockdown and it's coming into week 4 and we're all going a bit stir crazy sat at home, I thought I'd show people how to make beef jerky. It's quite an easy thing. It costs a bloody fortune in the supermarkets, but this way it's really simple, tastes good, and it saves you loads of money in the long run. So, and it's something to do once you're stuck at home, because it gives you plenty of time to do it. So I just got a bit of brisket, but you can use any sort of joints of meat or flank steak or anything like that. But what you want to do is get it out. Take any strings off that might be, and this layer here, just try and get as much of that off without taking any of the meat away as you can. Probably should have put something underneath the chopping board so I can moving about. Right, so most of it's gone, a little bit there. Take a stab yourself like that. Right, so you're left with cut beef like that, all pretty much trimmed up. Now what we can do is literally just fill it on the baking tray and put it in the freezer for about half an hour, just to make it easier to cut into strips when you do the actual jerky. Right, so once that's in the freezer, just get rid of the board for a minute. We will need that again. And then take a container, or what's really good is like freezer bags, but I don't actually have any. So the main sort of base to any flavoured jerky I've found that I do is soy sauce. You want 125ml, it's about half a cup. Fill that right up. Oh, perfect, and that left. So that just goes in there. Some Worcestershire sauce. Good bit of that. And so that's the base, I would say, of pretty much anything. You can add smoke flavoured. Don't want too much of this, it's not too overpowering. Just a little bit like that. For this one, I'm going to do fennel, chilli, and a bit of garlic. This is just already pureed garlic. Nice and easy to have. Decent sized teaspoon in there. Chilli, however spicy you want it, sort of thing. I like it quite hot, so got a fair whack in there. Fennel, I'm just going to break it up a tad. There's probably a couple of tablespoons left in there. To make it a little bit easier, not that we need any more salt, but just a little bit, just to help it break down in the good thing with this is you can experiment with different flavours. Unlike in the supermarket, you've got sort of very limited, usually like chilli or barbecue or do that. And give it a good mix up. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Quite a nice kick to it. So that's the marinade ready. Once it comes out the freezer, then we'll go on to the next step. Right, so I've got this out the freezer now. See, it's a bit firm. It doesn't have to be frozen, just needs to be a bit stiffer. It makes it easier to cut. So we've got a bigger knife. Now you could do full length bits, but I think I'm gonna make it easier for myself. Just cut this one off. You got this inside for the moment, and you want to cut against the grain of the meat. So do fairly thin slices of the beef. So like against that. So when you come to eat it, it is a lot better, like tastier, I think, cutting it this way. Try and keep it as uniform as possible. Obviously it doesn't have to be perfect, but the more uniform you do it, the more evenly it will sort of dry out / cook. So now it's all cut up. As you can see, it's quite a lot thicker than what you'd be used to getting it out of the supermarket, but that has got a lot of moisture in it. So the soy sauce, obviously, this mixture here, not only does it put the flavour into the meat, but it also sort of draws out the moisture, or starts to draw out the moisture before you dry it out properly when you cook it. But when it's done, you'll see how much that shrinks. But now that it's all done, just get it all in there. See, it makes quite a lot. Now, this is why freezer bags are a bit easier, because you can just sort of scrunch it around it. And but give it a go in this. Get your hands in. Obviously you need nice clean hands for this, but at this current stage I'm sure everyone has got nice clean hands all the time. Right, so get that all massaged in so it's all nicely coated, all the bits of chilli and fennel and everything all on every single bit, all over, because that obviously is what gives it its flavour. Push it all down in there. My hands quick. A bit of thing just to sort of hold the meat down into this way as best I can. Okay. So, right, now that is ready to go in the fridge, and that will sit in the fridge overnight at least. And just marinate it away, get all the flavours into the meat. As you can see, it's all covered. Try and keep it covered. If you go in the fridge and you see that it's not all covered or it's dried out on top, give it a little mix and make sure it's all together, so it's actually all coating the meat all properly. Yeah, and then just leave it like that, and then tomorrow we'll cook it. And I did actually put a wet tea towel down to stop the board sliding around, which made it a hell of a lot easier that time. Right, so this is been in the fridge about just under 24 hours. Don't really want to leave it any more than that. Let's take that out. As you can see, the beef's taken on the colour and the flavour, and it smells amazing. Of all the flavour and stuff. What I like to do is put it on like a grill pan with a rack in it to allow the air to circulate around it. So just lay it all out as best you can. It's best to get the air around it so it dries out evenly and stuff. There is recipes where online and that people use dehydrators, but I don't think many people have dehydrators, to be honest, so I definitely don't. But it still works in the oven. Right, so laid it all out, one single layer so it all can dry out evenly. There is some more left. There's a lot more than I expected, to be honest. I'll have to find another pan to do this on, or you can, it's a bit messy, but you can put it directly onto the rack of the oven, which I probably will end up doing just so that that doesn't go to waste, because I haven't actually got another grill pan to put it on. So with the oven, just put it on the lowest setting you can put it on. Get it all preheated. Put that in there, and then here's the thing which is the diesel to allow the airflow to carry on. I have no idea where a wooden spoon is. There we go. So when you put this in the oven, just try and prop the door open as best you can with a wooden spoon, just to allow the air out, see, so it will dry out, and then you literally leave that for about 6 to 8 hours. You can do it less, depending on how dry you want it. If you want it sort of still sort of a little bit moist and chewy, then maybe check it after 4, see if you like it like that. I leave mine between 6 and 8 because I like it quite dry, so it's really chewy and it takes a while to eat it, sort of thing. But you can do what you want with it, sort of thing. And when it comes out, you can put it in a jar and it will keep for a good month or so in the jar if it's airtight sealed or anything, or you can put it in like Ziploc bags, but to be honest mine never last that long because you can't help but snack on a couple of strips here and there every day. So I'm going to find something else to do with this lot in here, and then I'll show you once it's finished in probably about 6-7 hours and see how it's going from there. Right, so I've taken it out of the oven. It was probably in the oven about nine or so hours actually. I think I cut it a bit thicker than I normally do. But as you can see, it's all dried out. Just leave it on the rack to sort of cool down, get to room temperature, and then you can gather them all up. Sometimes they stick to the bars a bit, but yeah, just gather it all up, put that in a jar or anything. You can eat it whenever you want, really. It's great snack to have around, and it'll last probably for a good month or so. And obviously it's a lot cheaper. I think I worked it out to be about a tenner for all this, which is a lot more than you get for those packets. They're like £3 in the shop. So yeah, I hope you like the video, and yeah, and hopefully you give it a go. Nice one.